Everyone, this is Professor Davis, and I want to go over some of the research skills in a 5-minute video that will help you prepare for English 102 Essay 1. And so if I log into my CCP, I go to Student Quick Links, and then I go to Library. And when I get to this library page, I'm going to click Databases, A through Z database list. And you can always ask a librarian, chat now, they're amazing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start an EBSCO host. I'm going to click all databases. I have to do that again, select all, continue. When I get to this page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my research question. I'm going to break it down into the keywords of that research question. And then I'm going to use filters to find good articles to answer my question. The first thing I'm going to do is when I get to EBSCO host or any database, I'm going to look for full text. And I'm going to look for scholarly peer-reviewed journals. I click both of those so that now it's limited to scholarly peer-reviewed journals. Since you need 3 out of 5 sources to be scholarly peer-reviewed, this is a good way to ensure that you find those sources. Full text ensures that you have the whole text. If I have a question like, how does racism affect the Black Lives Matter movement? Then the key terms are racism, maybe effect, and Black Lives Matter. So I'm going to put in here racism, and then I'm going to pick from the auto-populated results, the one that has the most options, because now it's going to look for all of those words instead of just racism. And I'm going to change this field to title so that it's only looking for racism or discrimination in the title of a work instead of the whole text. You could have a text that's written about feminism, but it mentions racism in it, and it would come up if we didn't change, if we just left this blank. If we change it to title, it's only looking for these keywords in the title. And then I would put Black Lives Matter or BLM or Black Lives or at Black Lives Matter. And again, I would do the title. And then if we wanted, we could put, I don't think it's going to matter because a lot of the articles will talk about like the causes and effects. And so like we're interested in the effects of racism on the Black Lives Matter movement. So I'm not going to put effects there. I could potentially put that there too. And so I'm going to do a search for that. And it came up with 19 articles. That's not bad at all. Organizing for Black Lives Matters and funding COVID-19 relief, community responses to systemic racism and public health. Absolutely, that sounds good. It's full text PDF. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it in a folder by clicking on this little link right here. It's a temporary folder. Then I'm going to email it to myself. That second one does not really relate to the topic. The second one seems to racism's effect on depressive symptoms, examining preservative cognition and Black Lives Matter activism as moderators. Interesting. Movement. I would definitely look at that. This is gonna seems like it's more like less in the realm of sociology and more in the realm of the humanities. So I'd skip that one. That is in French. If you know French, you could use that one maybe. I don't know enough French to use that one even. That one doesn't really work. This one looks like it's related. This one looks like it's related. This one looks like it's related. This one especially looks like it's related. It looks like it's related. And so we've got a bunch that looks like they answer the question. If I go to the folder at the top in EBSCO, I can select all and then email those to myself. My email address, subject line, English 102 research 1, because it's the first round of research. I'm going to change this, not that it matters that much, to MLA. And then send those to myself. And then if I log into my CCP, you need your CCP address, I can open up those articles and they're saved. In addition, I can click on the article, whichever article I'm using for my paper, go over to this right-hand menu and click on Cite. Scroll down to MLA 8th edition, copy and paste, not the words we're excited or the stuff over here, but just the bibliographic information. I'm going to press Control-C. I'll do this a long way for you all. Copy, right? Then I can create a works cited page with that pretty easily. With all of those sources. I'm not gonna, okay, it's gonna let me. Right click, paragraph, special, hanging, spacing, double. Okay, cool. But that is a way to find sources. Use your question to enter the keywords. This is our original search. This is our search results. This one right here, racism's effect on depressive symptoms, the framing of race, Trayvon Martin, and the Black Lives Matter movement. Click on an article that is really good. Here's another hint. And if you look over here on the side, it says find similar results. If I click on find similar results, it now is giving me 180,458 to look at. I'm not going to look at all of those, but if I were, if I had a little more time, and I were researching for an English 102 essay myself, I would spend that time. But those are some tips for using EBSCO. I want to show you real quickly also a couple of other databases that you can use. We already covered Credo Reference. Another really good one is called Jstor. Everything in Jstor is already peer reviewed. It doesn't allow you for as many filters and stuff like as EBSCO, but if I put in racism or discrimination and Black Lives Matter or BLM, and I change those to, let's see what happens if we do title. Oh, wow. Let me see if I just go to all fields on these two. And it's going to give me some sources here that I could use. So Jstor is another good one. This other one, Summon, is also good, but you need to do an advanced search. So I'm going to click on advanced. Now it kind of looks like EBSCO. And I'm going to look for scholarly materials. Where does it say full text? Items with full text online, right above that. I'm going to do racism, and it doesn't fill in for me. That's unfortunate. And then I'm going to put Black Lives Matter or BLM. I'm going to change the fields to title. And search for that. No peer-reviewed sources in Summon, that is fine. Finally, one last place I'll look. It's called Project Muse or ProQuest Central. I'm going to click full text. I'm going to click peer reviewed, and I'm going to put racism and it should fill in prejudice or discrimination. Okay, but Black Lives Matter or BLM or I don't have anything else, so I'm going to just put in those two. I'm going to search in the title, search. And I came up with 5. This one looks good. This one looks good. And like 5 of these ones look good. And so you'll have like the full text available. This is really short, so that would be a very good source. But here's another database. But essentially, like my advice is for researching your topics, making sure that you use the filters full text and scholarly peer reviewed for academic. Use the keywords from your question in the search. If it comes up with too many, you can change the filter to title too, like I did, or you can just start off like that. But that's a great way of finding sources that are peer reviewed for your essays in English 102. So that's it. I hope this is helpful. And I will talk to you all again at another time. Talk to you later.